This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Elizabeth, Colorado. I am here with the Careful Movers, brand new for 2021. This senior moving company has been helping you transition into community-style living. I am here with Hannah and Derek, owners. Guys, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Yeah,
let's start off a little bit about yourselves. You're really not from Colorado here. You received your professional training, education from Illinois,
Yes.
University of Illinois, in healthcare management. Share with me a little bit how this passion got started for you and what brought you here to Colorado.
Yeah, definitely. So, I graduated from college 2 years ago with my bachelor's in healthcare management and minor in long-term care. I knew I always had a passion for the elderly community, as well as, local moves and things like that we do as well. But I wanted to be that person, both of us, to care for those people. Sometimes they don't have family, or it's hard for them to move, it's stressful, and we want to be those people to take that burden away from them and make their bed and put their toiletries out and make them feel at home as soon as possible. So we were at home one day thinking, what can we do for ourselves? We don't want to work for anybody, we want to be our own boss. He's been a mover for about 10 years, on and off, and then I'm like, hey, I have the senior background, you have the moving industry, let's put them together and see what we can do. So that's how we got a senior moving company.
That is a fantastic story. Derek, let me ask you this. Obviously, you had some experience before you came on. We're talking about a decade of experience moving people across. Is this something that you felt was kind of a easy fit for you?
Yeah, I really do. I've been doing it like she said for 10 years and just growing on that experience and really finding out what the customers want. That really made it easy for us to decide, attention to the care. The care was the most important thing, especially when we're dealing with the senior population. They need that extra care. So it all was easy and tied all together.
Excellent. So basically for 10 years you've seen moving, but you're like most entrepreneurs will say, we can even do better.
Yes.
I can improve this, right? Let's talk about it. First of all, they basically say the one thing you can count on is change, right?
Yep.
And with change comes moving. The fact that each one of us out there will probably move multiple times in our lifetimes, it can be overwhelming. Why is it important, you feel, to have a professional in your corner to lessen some of that overwhelm?
I think we take away the burden because, again, moving seniors into a community is stressful. Sometimes they don't want to move there, or they don't think that they need the care, or they think that they're capable of living on their own. And so, that's a struggle within itself. So if we can be there to be like, hey, let us pack these boxes for you and unpack when you get home, we can take that burden away from them and the family as well. So that way, when we are there to do our jobs as professionals, we take that stress away. Don't worry about packing, we got it. We have a no-touch policy, which means our customers don't lift a finger. So we like to take care of everything that we can. So if that's from packing to unpacking to making their bed, like I said, those are the things that we like to do for them, so it takes the stress away.
That is excellent. Quite honestly, regardless of what age you are, it's stressful to move. You guys move from Illinois over here, it's stressful, but for elderly, even more so. We're talking about people that are used to living where they were before. Is there a lot of extra care that you feel you take to kind of transition them into that?
I would say so. We pride ourselves on accountability and transparency, as well as communication, and that's a big thing. There's a lot of people out there that, they're elderly, so they're like, here, this is what we're doing, and this is how it's done. Well, we like to say, hey, what can we do for you to make this process easier? Can I take pictures of the before and after, so that way when I move you from point A to B, I can set up point B just as similar to A, so that way you can feel at home. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly.
Those are things that we try to do to make it easier.
Obviously, if somebody wanted some moving services, you could help them, but your focus is on the seniors.
Correct.
Did you feel that area would really be able to your talents? Really kind of what you do best, basically what you've been trained at. Is that an area you felt kind of a natural calling to?
I do, yeah. Like I said, I've always felt a connection to the elderly population. My mom's a nurse. I've been in and out of communities my whole life. And I, again, wanted to be that person to take that burden for them and make it easy, make it stress-free, make them happy. We always like to see a smile on our customer's face. Just things like that, I know that it's stressful. I know it's hard. Nobody likes moving. It's difficult. So if we could be there that person to make it easier. That's what we want to do.
That is excellent. Let's talk about some of the talents you guys have and that you bring to the table. Like you said, you mentioned before, number one is communication.
Yes.
Being transparent, letting people know every step of the way. I mean, that's in any business, but even more so when it comes to moving, because things happen.
Right.
Deadlines, maybe a date changes. Is that important for you? And how are you able to keep in touch with them? We're talking about phone, texting.
Yes.
What do you use?
Yeah, definitely. So even with every customer that calls, we have a point of contact sheet that we fill out with their name, phone number, email, description of their move, what time they would like us to start, their addresses, and things like that help us, you know, keep on track of our customers and things that, you know, they want done, special requests if they need packing, unpacking, things like that. What would you think that some of our, you know, special traits are that we have?
I mean, I just think it all, you know, just taking the time and setting it up exactly how we found it, you know, and spending that extra time to set it up, picture frames and all hanging on the cabinets and stuff like that. Just doing it all.
Yes.
Excellent. I mean, one of the things that I think you guys bring to the table that we need a lot more of in the world, and that is kindness. I mean, honestly, just being kind with people, kind of empathizing with them that, hey, maybe this just isn't a normal move for them. This is something that's actually life-changing. Is that something that you enjoy and kind of pride yourself on?
I think so. I think that's something we definitely pride ourselves on, is being kind, being helpful, and being, again, those people that, you know, if you want something moved, use us while we're here. I always tell our customers, while we're here, please use us. If you don't like the way a furniture item is set up, let us know. We're more than happy to move it for you or make those changes, you know, drop off things at a storage unit, things like that. Those are all things that we like to do for them. Anything that can make the move process easier.
That's great. So not only are you moving these folks, but we're talking about a high standard, quality, professional move. Each one of your team members is going to be accountable. I mean, basically making sure you're all on the same page. Is that something you felt maybe lacked in companies you worked with in the past?
Yes, I think that additional care, you know, that understanding, and that just giving the customer time and having that understanding of their situation. And they are older. They might been at the previous house for over 30 years and trying to downsize. So it's very stressful, I understand. And just that additional care and understanding that other companies, I feel, weren't bringing that. I know that was our main point we can focus on, especially for our target audience.
That is excellent. Let's start off, first of all, walk me through the process. One of the services you provide is packing.
Yes.
I mean packing, many time moving companies don't help in that aspect. You're actually saying you come into the place, pack them up, and decide what needs to go over.
Yes.
This process, I mean, I imagine when you're sometimes downsizing, it takes a little bit longer than it would for just a regular move. Tell me about that.
So typically when we partner with different communities, we like to get the blueprints of each room. So we'll go, hey, we're working with X, Y, and Z community. Can you please send us the blueprint of this 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartment that we're going to be moving the client into? So that helps us get a picture of what is going to fit into that, you know, square footage and things like that. So we can help the customer decide, hey, this armoire and china cabinet is going to be able to fit over there, or we can't bring these chairs, and things like that help us give our customer a better idea of what they can bring and what they cannot.
When you're downsizing like that, maybe there's just some excess left over.
Yep.
What do they do with that? Is that something you can kind of help them with a little bit? Decide, you know, do you give this away? Do you donate it? That type of thing?
So we like to let them know, again, what are the important things to bring, what would you like us to bring, and then anything that they don't want, if they would like it moved to storage, that's great. We'd love to do that for them. Or if they'd like to donate it, let us know where they would like us to drop it off, and then we drop it off there for them. So we take that burden away from them as well, putting their stuff into the truck, loading it, and then bringing it to a Goodwill or a Salvation Army and dropping it off and donating it.
So quite a bit of work done just on the packing end. We switch to the other side, unpacking, putting them in that room.
Yeah.
I mean, you go the extra step because basically you're going to unpack them and maybe assemble their furniture if something needs taking place. Is it important to you to really make it feel like home for them?
Oh, 100%. That is absolutely what we want to do. We want to make them feel at home. So typically I like to go and take pictures of the house before, so that way if there's a china cabinet set up, I like to set it up exactly as it was. From down to the little figurines, or the plate was here on the left side, I put it back on the left side just as it was before. for, so that way when they do walk into this different space, it looks as similar as it can to their old place. Obviously it's smaller, there's different things in different areas, but we try to set it up as possible, like as similar as possible, you know?
Exactly, that's great. I mean, like you said before, it's important for you to communication with the client, and sometimes not even the client, but maybe their kids who hired you. I mean, is that important for you to make sure they understand each step of the way that, you know, mom or dad's getting taken care of?
Exactly, yeah. Definitely a lot of communication with the kids more than the residents or their parents, because they're the ones, like, you know, say their parent is in a rehab or something and they're trying to get, you know, their room set up at a different community and things like that. So we're always in communication with their kids, emails, phone calls, anything that we can do, asking them more questions. Hey, are you sure we don't need any extra boxes for this move? Packing, unpacking, things that we can do to help make this process easier.
That is excellent. As we've said, basically your focus is with the seniors, elderly, transition moving, but you got somebody out there that wants that same level of care for whatever reason. Is that something you're able to provide as well?
Yes, we also do local moves. Like I said, you know, our focus is seniors. We would like to be senior focused, but we do local moves all the time, and especially with that same amount of care that we do with our seniors, we move every item as if it was our own. We don't want anything broken. We don't want any problems, so we try and be as careful as we can and do the best job that we think we can.
That is excellent. Family owned and operated, obviously. This is a small company just starting out in 2021. Basically with, like you said, an awareness of the elderly.
Yes.
Basically a keen awareness that, hey, we're all going to be there sometime and we're all going to be needing to move like that. Do you think this will be continually rewarding for you, helping people out at that time?
Definitely, I think so. I think it's been rewarding so far. I mean, we haven't been, you know, in the business that long, but it's definitely been rewarding. It's been a great experience. We've loved all of our customers. We've had nothing but good experiences, and I think it will continue to do so. I mean, I think we found our niche, and we care for these people, and I think it shows within our work that we do care, and I think it's going to prosper. I think we're on the right track. So
that is excellent. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, take a look at basically some of the services they provide you. We're talking about really turnkey, stress-free. They'll take it from beginning to end if that's what you need. If you need somebody to come in and basically pack it all up for you, maybe assemble or disassemble some furniture. Basically, they've got a no-touch policy. It basically means that client is not going to be lifting a finger. They're going to be taken care of. This really is something that happens every day. Transitioning out of a home that somebody's been in for their whole life, going into a whole new community. They understand that that's a very important chapter, but it should be an exciting chapter and one that basically you look forward to. Once again, that is Careful Movers, located right here in Elizabeth, Colorado. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.